Hi there, I'm Chie and welcome to my channel. Today I'm sketching one of the most impressive landmarks in the south of France, Cathedral La Major in Marseille using a dip pen and ink with watercolor. If you enjoy architectural drawing, ink illustration, and travel sketchbook painting, you're in the right place. Before I start drawing in ink, I always start with a quick pencil sketch. This stage is essential as I make sure all the major structures such as the domes, the towers, and the main facade are well placed on the page. Taking a few extra minutes at this stage prevents problems later when working in ink. Once the perspective feels solid and balanced, I move on to the dip pen. I begin by blocking in the main shapes, then carefully checking the alignment of the arches and domes while assessing the overall proportion of the structure. At this stage, I'm not adding any details as I'm simply making sure everything feels balanced and structurally correct before moving forward. La Majeure Cathedral, officially known as Cathédrale Sainte-Marie-Majeure, was built between 1852 and 1896. It stands beside the remains of an older 12th century cathedral, creating a fascinating architectural dialogue between medieval and 19th century design. Its Roman Byzantine style is quite unique in France, blending Eastern and Western influences. Overlooking the Mediterranean Sea in Marseille, the cathedral symbolizes the city's long history as a major port connecting Europe with North Africa and the Middle East. It is one of the largest cathedrals built in France since the Middle Ages and can hold around 3,000 people, a monument example of 19th century ambition and craftsmanship. Once the ink is completely dry, I move on to watercolor. My watercolor process begins with the light first wash to establish the overall tone of the painting. From there, I gradually build up layers to create depth and richness. Finally, I introduce strong contrast in the shadow areas to emphasize the volume of the domes and give the architecture a greater sense of dimension and presence. Sketching La Major can be an excellent study in architectural perspective, ink line variations, and watercolor layering. Starting with a strong pencil foundation gives me more confidence in the ink stage. The dip pen fosters commitment, and watercolor brings atmosphere and light. If you enjoy this dip pen and watercolor architecture sketch tutorial, I would appreciate if you could leave a like and subscribe for more urban sketching and architectural drawing content. Thank you for watching today, and I will see you in the next video.